We are closing in at the end of season 4, moving on to season 5. As I make this video today, I realized after releasing some shorts to you guys and thinking about the most famous video that my channel has produced, titled Elite Role Players, which has become a trademark and has become my name because I consider myself the elite role player. I figure I should just revisit that in a different manner and just state the real truth about playing NBA 2K25. And for those of you who don't know, this might be jaw-dropping to you, but the truth of the matter is, it is monkey see, monkey do. Let me explain. This game is full of a lot of people who follow what a lot of other people do, yet they are not in the circumstances or the situations as the said person that they're following. And if you scroll through any type of online thing or you have any access to any type of social media, you will see that's just the way of life. The way of life transfers or injects itself into the way of gaming. A lot of people now are not trying to be leaders. A lot of people aren't trying to use their brain to apply things that they see or learn to the context of their life. They just copy and paste. And if any of us has ever wrote any papers in high school, some college, copying, pasting, and not adding your own word to it is called plagiarizing. Plagiarizing is frowned upon. Plagiarizing gets that paper thrown away. So why do people plagiarize when it comes to this game? Why do people believe that you see somebody with a build, you see the circumstance of the build, and the effectiveness of the build based off of the circumstance that they're in, and then you decide to make that said build? You see, a lot of people make builds that cannot coexist with random players. A lot of people make these meta builds, these meta players, yet you play with random. What benefit does that have? What benefit does that have? Who are you benefiting? Who are you benefiting? Think about it. You are making comp, as I air quote that word, comp players who lack defense, who lack individuality, and then go and play with random. Then you lose a said game because your build does not coexist with other builds. Or you make that big that has high rebounding with no shooting and no finishing, just a rebound. But you're not on the team that is built to optimize your game. And this is why we get a very toxic, very toxic random community, because this game has seemingly started to cater to full teams and they start to turn their back on random teams. You see, it's clear that the matchmaking in this game goes from a squad and no squad only. With all the technology that this world has at its fingertips nowadays, man can literally almost create anything. They still cannot decide to create a matchmaking system that matchmakes you based off of what you walk into these game modes with. Some of us walk into 5v5 with 2 players, sometimes 3. And the game processes you walking in with 3 and gaining 2 randoms as you being a full squad. And then they match you up against other full squads. Now, I've already stated a long time and a lot that we're not even going to talk about direct players. We're going to leave them over there. You see what I'm saying? Direct players are any local gym that you know in your city. That's where they play at. Where I'm playing at, the Proving Grounds, that's more of like a higher level semi-pro league. The Proving Grounds is like semi-pro, where you're better than the rec team. Now, of course, just like anything, there are going to be some rec teams that could actually play in the semi-pro league. But the reason why you're better than them is because your mindset is already in a better place than theirs. You see, they have a bully mentality. Let's go beat up on lower competition, make ourselves feel good, make the morale go up, and lose the integrity of just skill anyway. The Proving Ground players, aka the semi-pro players, they're the ones that they know they're too good to kind of be playing at that lower level because it's not helping them get better at the game. But they also know that they aren't as good to go full pro, aka the pro-am. But the truth of this community is everyone wants to rep boost with the least amount of challenge, because I believe that, or I feel that they believe that the higher their rep is, the more clout they receive in this game, and I guess the more like good it does for them. I guess I don't know. I don't really know the real reason why they do what they do, but I'm just going off of what I feel and what I see. And as sad as it may seem, and as bad as this may sound, 2K25 is actually probably the best iteration of the game to date. The game has given you so much individual creativity that you can apply. So much. Dribble styles, pass styles, go-to shots, dribble pull-ups, hop jumpers, spin jumpers, jump shots, jump shot creatings, layup animation, dunk packages, motion style, dribble moves, I mean, literally, look at the list. Just hit square or X when you get to the list and scroll and see how many things. And this is just the first iteration of Pro, first iteration of it. And there's so many things to choose from yet, and still everyone recreates the last game. You see, every 2K is trash. Every current version of 2K is trash until the next version comes out. And I was in that boat a lot too, saying this game is trash every single year. But then one year it came to my mind, it's not the game that's trash, it's the people that play the game that make it trash. Because people like to be comfortable. Nobody likes to be uncomfortable. So everybody takes the next iteration of 2K and then they try to remake it into the version that they became comfortable with. Why learn a new version of 2K? Why learn how to play 2K in a different way? No, they want to play 2K25 like they played 2K24, like they played 2K23, like they played 2K22. And guess what? In 2K26, they're going to try to play it like 2K25. And if they cannot recreate 2K25 in 2K26, the game will be deemed trash. But have no fear, there's enough creators out here that will lab, air quote, they will lab for countless hours to recreate the previous game. Whatever was broken in the previous game that is the mechanical advantage, they will recreate and make the video in 2K26. And when they do that, it's gonna be one of their most successful videos. And it's gonna have hundreds of thousands of views, thousands of likes. And now 2K26 experience is going to be just the same as 2K25's experience, which is just the same as 2K24's experience. The only way these experiences change is when the game, the company, steps in and causes a divine intervention. You see? So unless the company comes in and completely negates something, best believe it will be created in the next iteration, recreated in the next iteration by the community. And people say that playing real life basketball in a simulation basketball game is whack, it's trash. It doesn't apply to the meta. And little do they know, what you doing don't help you win no more games. If you look at the leaderboards of some of these teams, especially in Proving Grounds, the stats, like the players that are in the top stats, I was looking yesterday. Players who are like #1 in scoring and like #1 in assists and #1 in rebounds and stuff, their win percentage is like a 50 to 60, their win percentage is 50 to 60. And then you look at like where they go into Pro-Am, and their Pro-Am win percentage is lower than like their rec win percentage. Right? So it's like, it's not that we all just ain't trash. We all can't be trash. No. You see, people be quick to use win percentage, right? And it's just like I said before, a lot of people, not all, don't want to put everybody in the list, but a lot of people brag about a win percentage. Yet all your games that you play are in the lowest tier of win percentage, the lowest tier of gaming on this game possible. And if you could go lower, you would. That's what they was doing with the 92 and under. You had people talking crazy, saying that my win percentage is a 80%. You just trash. And it's like, you are in 92 and under rec. The only reason why there's no more 92 and under rec is because 2K stepped in and changed that. Now you're just getting matched up based off of your rank and your plate. But I believe now you get matched up based off of just your squad size. But people really sit here and compare win percentages, but don't put the context behind the win percentage. They don't. And the ones that's really about that life, like the Pro-Am teams that are about that life, they don't be talking that crazy. You see what I'm saying? They don't talk crazy. The things that they do in their games, they have to do those things. They have to do that because they're playing for money. They're playing for pride. They're in like leagues. You in the rec. You're in the rec. They're playing against other 2K people who that's what they play. You playing against a dad of 4. There's a reason why you ain't going out there with them. There's a reason for it. You just don't want to admit it, and it's okay. I'll admit it for you. We're just not that good. We're not. You and we're on the same level of playing field. I know it's sad. I know you don't want to hear that. I know you can't believe that this trash individual got the nerve to tell me that we're on the same playing field and his win percentage is a 50% and my joint is a 70. Yeah, we are. The reason why I know that we are because we're not there. We're not there. But you believe you're there. Just like I used the analogy in the other video. Because you are middle class in the poor class area don't mean that you're rich. Somebody got more money than you. But if you keep dwelling around the poor folk, you gonna seem rich. Only to you though, because you have lower middle class, you have high middle class, then you have people who are rich but not wealthy. There's always tiers. But if you start to hang in a tier below you, it'll look like you have it all. It'll look like you have it all. So you look real good playing in the rec, uploading your rec gameplay, your rec highlight. You go to Proving Grounds, those highlights might not be there. Why? Because in Proving Grounds, you're gonna get teams with meta. They're just not as good as the teams that's in the Pro-Am. Because in Proving Grounds, it's still the chance of randomness. In Pro-Am, it becomes a brand that you almost have to protect. This is your team name. People gonna know your team name. See, in Proving Grounds, there's no team names. It's just home and away. People might know your name, your gamer tag might look familiar, but there's really no branding aspect of it. In Pro-Am, people gonna know your Pro-Am team because the pool of people are so small in Pro-Am. You gonna start to run into the same teams. You gonna run into all the content creators. A lot of content creators, a lot of like ex 2K League pros, they gonna be in there if you start winning. Then you gonna have to relearn the game again, but it's all about comfortability. You see, you rather be comfortable than actually be good. And that's a whole deeper meaning, a very whole deeper meaning. That's why everything in the world is the way that it is, because of comfortability. The truth of the matter is, this game is cooked. The game is cooked. Unless the company as a whole sits down and says, we have to bring our game back to what it was designed to be. This game has no chance because this game has allowed the community to make the game. See, the game no longer makes it. The developers, the creators, the company, they no longer make the game. You make the game. The community makes the game. And then when the community gets what they make, they don't like what they made. But this is a product of you. It's like creating it's like conceiving a child and then not liking the child because the child has traits that you possess. You get what I'm saying? That's what this game is. See, 2K25 is just a product of what you said that you wanted. Y'all spoke about how you were too limited in previous 2Ks. You didn't like the fact that 2K didn't allow you to make your own players. Now they give you the creativity to make your own player, yet you still make the same players. You still make the same. So what's the difference? What's the difference between a player now that can do everything and it's your own player, yet it's still the same player that somebody else has made? The playmaking shot creator from 2K18 that everybody was using, the 3-point shot hunter from 2K, what was that? 2K23, I want to say. 2K23, the 3-point shot hunter? Well, y'all still make that now. It's the same thing now. What they call it now, a two-way 3-level shot creator? A two-way 3-level scorer? The same way y'all played in 18, y'all play in 25. The same way y'all played defense in 19, y'all play in 25. So if they just kept the things from 18 and 19 and just put 25 on it, would y'all really complain? What differs now in 25 that didn't differ then? See, you have it's the illusion of believing that you're creating something different when in reality, y'all just create the same things. Unless you sit there in the builder and actually utilize the builder and come up with something unique and different, then this doesn't apply to you. But a lot of y'all know what y'all do. Y'all don't even make your own players. Y'all make a player, little booth player, little player that, you know, you just testing something out. Then you wait till somebody you follow releases their build video. Then you take their build and you make their build. And then you start playing 2K. When before, the idea of picking a primary skill and a secondary skill seems like the most elite build making strategy possible, because now you have what you really like to do and what you secondary like to do. The game is going to generate the attributes and badges based off of the things that you just decided you like to do. But no, that didn't make sense then. That was limiting. Then how could you limit me in a basketball game? I want to be able to do everything. So the company said, okay, do everything then. And guess what y'all do? The same thing. The same thing. You made a playmaking shot creator in 2K18. You making a playmaking shot creator in 2K25. So how is the game trash? Man, oh man, this truth is bad. And I know people don't want to hear the truth. Who wants to hear the truth? Who wants to hear that what you're doing, you're the cause, the direct cause of the reality that you're living in? Who wants to hear that? Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that at all. But somebody's got to say it. Somebody's got to say it so you know. And I get it. I said it before. This channel probably is going to blow up and grow in the future because of the past. Because a lot of the things that I said in previous rants applied at that time, they applying today, and they gonna apply tomorrow. Just give it time. The only thing that's gonna change is you. See, everything's gonna stay the same. You just gonna change. And then one day, the hater of this video is gonna be hating real bad on this channel. And they gonna keep watching it. And seeds are gonna keep getting planted in their head that they don't know is there. Then eventually, time's gonna pass by and the same things that seed that was planted in your head because you listened to a video of mine is gonna start to get watered and it's gonna start to grow. And all of a sudden, you're gonna be in 2K28, 2K29, whatever the 2K is, and you're gonna remember that I said point guards are the reason this game stinks. You're gonna remember that I said people be making players that don't even fit what they like to do. You gonna remember when I said people really think they good at this game, but yet you in the lowest tier. Because it's gonna be a time where all your friends ain't gonna be on. You ain't gonna have the full party that you've been playing with. And then you're gonna have to start to go out there in a random wreck or wreck with 2 of y'all or 3 of y'all. And then you're gonna start to be playing against these full squad who think they're good at the game, but you're undermanned because you got a buffoon and a buffoon on your team who then quit, become AIs. And let's keep in mind, the AIs used to be useful. Then they nerfed the AIs because the community didn't want to guard them. So now they nerfed the AIs. Now you got an AI on your team that don't make no shot. You got this team playing every bit of comp defense in a mode where you're undermanned, undersized, and you really just was trying to chill. You just made a new player. You want to see how this player kind of feels online because he feel good in career, but you want to see how he feel online. You get online and they throw you in there against a full team of purple 5s, vet 2s in the rec at 12 p.m. in the afternoon on a Tuesday that you're off of work. And you sitting there wondering to yourself, how on earth am I playing this type of game at this day, at this time today? Then it's going to dawn on you, why on earth am I playing this type of, why am I stressing out to win a rec game in the middle of the day? We don't get nothing. We don't get no extra rep for nothing we doing here. No extra VC or nothing. You know what? Didn't Chris say that folks really ain't that good at it? Well, you know what? We ain't even gonna get into that. I'm sorry that I had to bring you this truth. I'm sorry that I had to expand your knowledge, but you needed it. And you deserve to have this said to you. You deserve to have these seeds planted in your ear. So when the opportunity and the situation arises where you start to experience the things that I'm speaking about, at least you'll know the why and have an idea of how to handle it moving forward. But best believe, your day is coming. Your day is coming. If you think your day ain't coming, it's coming. If it hasn't already came yet, it's on its way. Don't worry about it. I was once you. There was nothing you could tell me when I was at that peak of powers and 2K was life. There was nothing you can tell me back then that would make me think that I would be saying the things that I'm saying today. Why? Because I was always playing the game the way it was meant to be played. I had 2, they didn't have rec. We had to go to 2v2 park. When we had rec, you would have 2, 3, 4 people all the time. You would limit your time with random. You would have, then it was years we had full 5s and we was in Pro-Am all the time. Pro-Am was the game. We didn't even go in a walk-on. We didn't even go on a rec. We was going straight to Pro-Am every day. And then everything just started dwindling off and somehow, somewhere, a new generation started entering in. As years went on and, well, now we're here today. Your day will come. Just give it time.